everyone. Welcome to sunny Sandown Raceway for the Penrite Oil Sandown SuperSprint. That's a lot of S's.
Well done.
Chad, it's practice day for the supercars. It's also co-driver practice day. Here's one we spotted here, Warren Love. He's on double duty this weekend. Of course, he's going to be jumping in the number 2 with Nick Percat for the co-driver session later on, but he's also giving a hand to McElroy Racing during the Porsche Carrera Cup. I've been away for a bit. What have I missed?
You missed the bend. It was awesome. Lots of excitement there. Shane Van Gisbergen did a very good job. There was also the big crash that happened on the Sunday. Happy to say both those drivers are back. Some different looking cars. You want to see the Tom Randall car? Come on in. Good afternoon to you, Bryony. Good afternoon to you, everybody watching on Facebook right now. From wherever you're tuning in from, with supercars action ready to go for the Penrite Oil Sandown SuperSprint. Great news that Tom Randall's car is back in one piece. It's actually the car that Zach Best campaigned and put it on pole at the bend as well. That was another huge storyline unto itself. But a little tweak of purple running through this livery as well, which I think is a fabulous idea. We know that Tom went through everything that he had to deal with in 2020 when he was driving in Super 2. He spent a bit of time in the Peter Mac Foundation himself. And so that's what the purple is for this weekend. And they're trying to raise some much needed funds for cancer patients here as he goes racing once again.
Yeah, I did hear an interesting stat from actually Ryan Story yesterday, who said that prostate cancer is about to overtake breast cancer for the most widely diagnosed cancer in Australia. So it's really important that we get behind that, and great to see Tom Randall being one of those people that's being an ambassador for it and helping out.
And with the Peter Mac Foundation as well, just on that, it really does focus on an age group of kids that are sort of young adults, so between 14 and 25 years of age, which Tom fits into perfectly. So he's felt it real life, and so really cool to see Tom promoting that this weekend. It's his own initiative, and what a great way for him to bounce back from the disappointment as well of the bend. If there's anyone who's going to realise the greater picture in life, it's Tom Randall. So
yeah,
well
absolutely. Wishing him all the best this weekend. Who's jumping into his car for the co-driver session?
Well, it will be Zach Best.
It will be Zach Best, you're right.
It's a car that he knows very well, as a matter of fact.
Yes.
Because he was driving it only a couple of weeks ago. Yeah, looking forward to that co-driver session. That'll be up later today. We do have a supercar session for practice 1 for them coming up a bit later up. We've got an awesome support bill this weekend, Bryony. That includes Carrera Cup. That's just out on track for their second practice session right now.
Sorry,
Thanks, guys. Sorry, Vin. We've also got the Toyota Gazoo Racing Australia 86 series, so lots of young, fast kids keen to impress the team bosses here. We've got the Dunlop series, which is very dear to my heart. 35 cars in the Dunlop series, which is complete
That's insane. That's
craziness.
like a world record for Super 2, Super 3 cars.
I'm going to ring up the Guinness Book of Records and just check on that to see if that's factual. And we've also got Aussie racing cars, and they never disappoint with some good, hard racing. So lots to look forward to this weekend.
While I was away, did Brody and Will re-sign with Erebus?
They did. The announcement was made. For those wondering, Bryony's been in Europe, sunning herself on an Italian beach
Southern Italy was fabulous, but you know what?
She wasn't
There's
suspended
no
or something from being in the
Italy,
track.
so.
Exactly. They did, and they celebrated this by having an open day recently at the racetrack. So Brody Kostecki re-signed. He loves this track as well.
The reason I asked is because I spotted Brody. Hello, we're on live from the Fast Lane, powered by Repco. Hello, how are you? You've just re-signed to the team. So is your teammate Will. How's everything? How's the vibe here?
Well, I feel like I've just been sprung here. So
no. That wasn't a very hard question, though, was it?
No, it wasn't. No, I mean just in general. But yeah, no, it's been a great vibe so far. Obviously, you know, coming back from Taylor Men with the podium was pretty cool as well. Also, the same weekend that it was announced that we re-signed. So yeah, really excited to get stuck into this weekend. And it's nice and sunny out here today, but we never know what's going to happen tomorrow. So we'll see what happens. We've
got the co-drivers practice session on a little later today. Who's jumping in your car?
Yes, I have D-Russ in again, so he's pretty excited about that. He's always a great bloke to be around. He's always full of energy. So, yeah, he'll be going in after our first session here today, and we'll see how he goes. And then we've got Jack Perkins, obviously, with Will. Yeah,
fantastic. We've got to check out Jack if we can see him at some point. He's got the Mo. He's running the Mo for the retro livery. Yes or no on the Mo?
Yeah, he said it's it's quite stiff, the moustache. He's had it growing out for quite a while now. He's using it to even clean bolts with. So yeah, it's quite long and quite rough. So yeah, I actually get a bit excited around it, to be honest. So
I love it. Keep it on for that car as well. It looks
long and
awesome.
rough is exactly how we like a moustache. Thank you, Brody.
Well done.
Lovely to chat to Brody.
How busy is this team at Erebus, right? So they're prepping the wildcard entry for Greg Murphy and Richie Stanaway. They took the covers off that car on Sunday, just gone. Then Tuesday they were testing out at Winton with Greg Murphy and Richie Stanaway in that car. Wednesday they were doing a junior test at Winton for the next generation of drivers, which Brody was at. Wednesday night Brody was racing in the E-Series, and it was a Members' Day function at their workshop in Dandenong South. And then they're racing here this weekend. They had sponsor functions last night. Then they've got a drive day here at the track Monday. That's a busy 9 days at Erebus.
Plus also, an actual event here at the Penrite.
Plus we're going to go racing this weekend. Might want to put that in there as well.
Let's come in and put a full stop on
Yep.
the other half of that incident that happened at the Bend,
Yeah,
Chad.
Brad Jones were doing a really good job at telling the story of rebuilding this car. They were doing a lot of social updates. Brad Jones himself was talking fans through the process of how they've done that. You can go back and look through the Supercars and Brad Jones racing pages to find out a bit more about how they achieved all this. But this is a different chassis to the one that ran at the Bend. I'm curious to know how that's going to go for Andre, because he was really quick in the last car, and you never really know how things are going to go car to car. So he's also been suffering a little bit of headaches and things like that, which he's hoping to shake off. He'll be very keen to get back out on track this weekend.
We actually got a really good feature with both Tom Randall and Andre Heimgartner, I should
Brad
say.
Heimgartner.
Brad Heimgartner.
Yep.
That will feature across the Fox Sports 506 telecast across the weekend.
Yep.
And I guess plenty of reasons to tune in. We start
Indeed.
today at 1 p.m.
We do.
Eastern
Oh no.
Sandown time.
Eastern Sandown time. Never get Bryony started on anything that works around daylight savings, Central Australia
I don't
time.
even know where I am half the time, let alone what the time is.
I'd hate to know what the time difference was when you're in Europe, because you wouldn't have known which way it was up or down.
But we
day
do
or
have,
night.
as you mentioned, a Supercars practice session,
Yep.
then a co-driver session, which I'm so looking forward to.
Yeah, and so is Craig
can't
Lowndes,
wait.
because he's going to be actually out in that session driving for in Jack Smith's car.
Yeah, one of
which
these
is-
cars.
Exactly. It's behind that wall, unfortunately, which is exactly impossible to look through. I wanted to head down to Grove Racing because there was a really cool moment in pit lane yesterday for Lee Holdsworth. Now, Lee is on 499 race starts, which is awesome. Oh my God, it's Bert from BP. Have a look at that. A rare sighting of
gosh.
Bert from BP. G'day, Bert. I've always wanted to do this. I've never met this guy. What are you up to, Bert?
Shut down in 5 minutes.
Is the garage clean or
Oh
what?
my goodness,
Well, mate,
this is
this place
exciting.
is looking spotless. It's looking fantastic today. Yeah, Sandown's really turned it on. The weather's good, the racing's good, everyone's good.
Who are you going for this weekend?
Oh, mate, okay, hey. I got absolutely no favourites. So,
You signing some autographs and taking some photos of the fans?
signing lots of autographs, and I love the fans, and yeah, lots of selfies. So,
That is awesome. Great to see you, Bert. Welcome back.
good on you guys. Yeah, keep going.
Fantastic.
Bert from BP.
Yeah, I've got a few things you can clean later.
Okay, like the car.
Put on the list, yeah.
Put on the list.
But he gets
the
lots
poor
of
guy,
list
he's going to
for
need a
that.
few more chamois by the end of the weekend. Let's dive into Penrite. I got a little sidetrack then. That happens. Short attention span is my problem. But 500 race starts for Lee Holdsworth, and they surprised Lee last night by bringing out his very first race car from the Sandown 500
No
all
way.
those 499 races ago. And they're also celebrating this weekend as well a very special edition bottle of
500
whiskey.
on the car too.
Which classic. I put a bottle of whiskey right there, and I was going to come down and talk to everybody about it. I think they're going to reach back here and see if they can find it for me. Here we go. Thanks, Timmy. Well done. Check this out. How cool is this? So,
What's the safe word this weekend, Chad?
whiskey.
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 Ned Whiskey.
So limited edition, aged to the sounds of Bathurst.
Unreal.
This is super cool. You've got to go onto the website nedwhiskey.com.au. You can sign up to their newsletter to find out when the first release of this is going to happen. They did it last year, and it was so successful that they've gone again. Now get this, Bryony. They've actually aged the whiskey to the sounds of the Penrite Oil Supercars on track at Bathurst. So a bit of science goes into this, and the end result is this very limited edition Supercars aged whiskey.
I'm just thinking of a fun fact about you and I. When we were doing something with an alcohol brand, and it was red wine, and we drank it all and filled the bottle back with Coca-Cola and pretended that it was still red wine.
I forgot about that, unsurprisingly.
Do you think we could do that with Ned Whiskey?
Put some apple juice back in it.
Yeah. I mean, we haven't told anyone. It's a secret.
Exactly.
No one will know.
But it comes with limited edition 26 for Dave
That's
Reynolds,
really
and
cool.
also number 10 for Lee Holdsworth. This is a Lee Holdsworth bottle, which is definitely not going in the collection at home. But really cool. If you want to learn a bit more about that, go check it out on the website.
Absolutely. Well, it all starts at 1 p.m. today. The Penrite Oil Sandown Super Sprint, Fox Sports 506. 3 big days here, but it kicks off very, very soon. Make sure you tune in. We'll catch you after practice today. See you then.
Get some ice for this.